The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action. Haskins. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Sack.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
They go play action with Haskins. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against. That's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
But early in this one, advantage defense.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Again, the ball carrier. Quinnen Williams on the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. That will go out of bounds. It looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That will be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Euros set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Jonathan Taylor, the
Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he puts it through. Through one corner, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 7.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe get this game tied up.
And the Vikings first down.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd down, Burrow. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Complete.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
14. First down.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Taylor. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 36. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To the 31, enough for the first down.
On the carry.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down, Minnesota.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Pressure, down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Patrick Queen gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
catch made by Slayton. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Third down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 7.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
David Montgomery.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And 3.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A quick toss out right, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. McManus now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
They'll take over.
And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Formation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep in the Minnesota territory. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Lions 21, Vikings 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. But it'll be second down from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First down, Vikings.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And Burrow going to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2. No?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
the gun on third down is Burrow. Now he's flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That didn't appear to be a designed safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
Watch out for him on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From midfield now, Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And some space here. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Second down and goal. Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. He couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Again, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's caught by Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 14-yard line.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And the Vikings are in for the touchdown.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Lions 35, Vikings 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They go play action with Haskins. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 59 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. He's going to be sacked back to the 23-yard line. Sheldon Richardson. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
To
Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Lions 35, Vikings 28.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Haskins going to try to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here we go with Haskins. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts.
A gain of
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
28.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our